Hey folks, welcome back to the Social Blue World. Here's me with Trocho and Tears. Hey. Hi.
Hi.
Look at him.
So today we're just kind of, this is going to be a grab bag of random shit I have cut out of the many hours of shit I had to record to get to this point. You know, just things to show off.
And I'm here, so you know quality's going to be high.
Grab bag.
Yes, we're just searching for stuff we've not seen. We're also working on a map. You know, things to do.
Grab bag.
Took us a while to get to this point. So much footage that would just absolutely... This game has a lot of grinding, turns out.
It does.
Which seems weird for a fish-touching game.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get to all this hidden shit, like, the idea is, like, normally, you take your time, slowly work your way here. But, you know, fuck that shit. These are marlins.
They are marlins.
What's the difference between marlins and swordfish?
They're different families.
Okay. Because the scientific name for this definitely translates to, hey, I'm kind of like a swordfish, I guess.
Nah, swordfish is Ziphidae. Marlins are type of sailfish. They're related to them.
Well, there you go.
Istiophoridae.
So I believe at this point we are 2 dolphin friends short of having a full set of dolphins.
2 dolphins short of a barrel in the
Yeah.
grab bag.
We are 2 short, and this is, I believe, the last map we have to finish up. That's not what is the cavern.
Yeah.
That's the big one.
The
I
whole
guess.
point you're grinding for. You know, the cavern.
Yeah, and there's also one of the dolphins we need to befriend is also in the cavern.
Are dolphins also a pod?
Yes.
Is it a pod of dolphins?
It's a pod, yeah. Is pod still used for whales, like proper?
Yes.
So is it a pod?
Definitely. Yes.
Is it a pod of orcas or a pack?
Yes, a pod of orcas.
A pack of. But
here's the
they're
thing
also
about
called sea wolves, though.
Here's the thing, Zorak, about collective nouns for animals. That's not really a scientifically moderated thing. You can call them whatever you want.
Octopodae.
It's a language thing.
Can I call
That's a different thing.
Can I call them a murder of orcas?
Yes.
Can I call them a murder of orcas? 'Cause that's pretty accurate.
You can call it a murder of orcas.
I'm going
to
call it an
If you get people to accept that and start using it, maybe that'll be common.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like the thing that happened with a flange of baboons.
Yeah.
Who introduced that? Was in like that was in.
It was some comedy thing.
Yeah, it was a comedy thing. And people just accepted it. It was from. I want to say it was a BBC comedy thing.
Was it a Monty Python?
No.
No, but it was somebody. It was a group that was similar around the same, an earlier time, but the same idea. And yeah, they just used
some sort of sketch comedy thing, and then everybody started adopting.
People thought
that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it sounded good, and they thought that was cool. So
that's pretty. It is pretty good. I really like that flange of baboons.
It's kind of like that thing going around on the internet right now, saying, "Hey, scientists, call a group of squid a squad." And it's like you can just call them that, and if you get it accepted, they'll just call them that. It's language.
Somebody was trying to get. I heard this a while back, and this falls into my territory. They were trying to get a group of gorillas to be called a senate.
I like that.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of neat, and the main reason is because they do tend to cluster in tiers of themselves, that they do order themselves by rank, so it sounded good. I don't remember who was actually trying to do that, but because we just sort of, in modern parlance, just call them a group of apes, and they're like, call them a senate. That sounds neat. They're noble.
I will change
Well, it also
seems
seems like insulting to like kind of like senatorial behavior in general, which I'm also for.
That too.
It's political commentary.
Of gorillas.
It works in many sense. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, but yeah, it's kind of like the whole thing with I just blanked on something.
Yeah, you did. Meanwhile,
the ocean.
I turn my body from the sun. What ho, touch it, go! Let me hear thy hammer,
no.
O ye unsurrendered spires of mine, thou uncracked keel, and only God bullied hull, thou firm deck, and haughty helm, and pole-pointed prow, death glorious ship, must thee perish and without me? Am I cut off from the last fond pride of meanest shipwrecked captains? Oh, lonely death, oh, lonely life! Oh, now I feel my topmost greatness lies in my topmost grief. Ho, ho, what from all these furthest bounds? Pour thee now in,
this is worse than the robot thing.
on my whole foregone life. Ho, Oh, and top this one piled cumber of my death. Towards thee I roll, thou all-destroying but unconquering whale. To thee last I grapple with thee. From hell's heart I stab at thee. For hate's sake I spit my last breath at thee. Sink all coffins and all hearses to one common pool. And since neither can be mine, then let me then tow to pieces while still chasing thee.
Come back to us, Zorak.
Thee, thou damned whale.
Zorak.
Oh.
You alright?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I like the name Queequeg.
Very good. Queequeg is pretty good. Starbucks gave his name to coffee.
He liked coffee.
Yeah, it's a coffee. I would like to note that apparently whale made me jump over a square.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
White whales behave in mysterious and strange ways.
Is this thing based on any real whale, or did they just make up a whale?
It's a albino sperm whale, like a certain whale I was alluding to.
Is there big?
That's just all they're going with it.
Is their big ass head? Does it have a bunch of sensory organs in it or something? Because I just noticed their eyes are awful far back.
You wanna know what's really weird about their eyes? They can squeeze their eyes and they'll actually poke out and they can look like periscopes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sperm whales in general are weird in that they're very different from all the other toothed whales. Why they're like that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, because deep sea. Let's go with that.
It might have something to do with punching
their.
It might have something to do with the fact that they eat like giant squid and whatnot.
Hell beasts.
They fuck with shit, so they kind of have to just bash their head against things. And here's my fucking family circus path to clear out that map.
You drew a tapeworm.
Not the most, elegant way of doing it, but got the job done. Okay.
Meanwhile, in the Arctic?
No, this is still in the same sea. I just had to come back down, because it turns out
it just got really cold in here.
There's an encounter I can only have here during the day.
Yes.
And this is fucker over here. No, not this one.
Orca.
Hello. My name's Frank.
This little guy. Quote-unquote little guy.
Yes, I see what you did there. Say a pod of orcas.
No, well, there you go.
Right there.
Right.
The game, if I'd only asked that question 8 minutes later.
Well, technically orcas are dolphins, so.
That's true.
That's the other thing that bothers me when people. It's like, well, actually, we're talking about whales, not dolphins. But it's like, or rather, the other way around, like, that dolphins aren't whales, but they're like, no, they are. They're just fall in the same group. Yeah.
They're all just weird, not fish mammals.
Yes.
That's how I see them.
Let's not even think about, like, seals and shit.
Badgers are also not fish mammals.
There's a lot of things that fall into my classification, to be fair, but, it works for me.
Let's
you ever notice how similar badgers and orcas look? Like, if you reverse the images on the colors on a badger, you get an orca.
I hear that there's a temperamental similarity as well sometimes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I know that I wouldn't want to mess with either of them.
Well, orcas can be nice. It's just that they're also super intelligent, and as history's shown us, intelligence is kind of the root of all evil to some degree.
They can be nice, and sometimes they just go and tear the jaw off the baby gray whale in front of its mother and then don't eat it.
That's the most delicious bit.
They didn't eat it!
Yeah, sometimes they just do it to fuck with people. I mean, like I said, intelligence is kind of tied directly into the ability for cruelty due to boredom.
Yeah.
The ability to be bored opens up a lot of just fucked up shit.
Oh god, Nate, in your hair. Come on. Thought we agreed on this.
I'm sorry. I didn't think about changing it at this point.
They're not gonna let you through the airport like that.
We should be able to communicate with them. Perhaps using some sort of signs.
I know, we can make a ship and call it the Sequest.
True story, I read that whole Wikipedia article on Sequest DSV the other day. A lot of weird shit going on behind the scenes.
Season 1 was okay, and then it went off the deep end.
And then it's Let's Be Star Trek.
Yep.
Was it weirder or less weird compared to what we learned about the hate monger from Wikipedia?
Let's not talk about that for now. We'll get into that later.
It just like things that.
But no, like season 1, it's like, oh, we're a deep sea science thing, and then at the end of the season, they all get abducted by aliens, and then season 2 just starts with them showing back up like 50 years later.
Yep.
That is weird. Also, we had this Orca inflated toy already available, so it's kind of like,
yeah, I told you to buy it. It was great.
well, we bought up like everything. Like, you're gonna need this later. Like, okay.
Yeah, we just got a grab bag full of crap we can carry.
So Nadine just pulled like this Orca out of her pocket. Like, oh, you mean this thing? Yeah, I already bought this. Thought we need it sometime, along with all this squid. Yeah.
Gotta tell you a secret.
The secret is kill all seals. It's like, whoa now.
Hooray! You glued yourself to a fish. A lot of things wrong with what I just said, and I don't give a shit.
That's some crazy glue, man.
Biscuit's a pretty good name, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, we've got a much superior one.
I know, I named it.
I know. I approve of it, in theory, and in general.
What do you...
I had to see if it was possible to do U with the bar over it.
It's not.
It's not. Turns out you can't do that in this game, but you can do this.
Great.
It's damaging.
Yes.
Like a certain Central Asian, conqueror.
You befriended this Orca.
I thought you were going for Timur, which is another Central Asian conqueror.
Yes. Wild Rider. You can be a wild goose.
Oh, man.
It all ties back to F-Zero.
Oh, my God! I could be a wild... Oh, man, the wild geese. Red, we need to watch the wild geese. They're like mercenaries, like British mercenaries. And
I'm aware of the... Yeah, I know.
And they got the hats, and then they do
Get
the
your
thing with the
haircut.
plane.
Just out on the beach, getting your hair cut.
It's
Okay,
the only place
thank
to get a
God.
letter.
This long, dark episode has finally passed us. We were past that haircut. I'm so sorry I tried experimenting with hair pigmentation. I'm so
dog
sorry,
wouldn't even
everyone.
come near you.
Finally, we're back at sensible hair.
You look like an anime protagonist.
Hey, well,
Just saying.
sure. All right. How do you feel about this map?
It's a pretty good map, I guess.
Okay.
Keep
So
on
one map
mapping.
short, and that's that place we can't get to the map.
Hooray!
Seahawk.
All right.
Scraw.
Yes.
I want that guy's coat.
Everybody wants that guy's coat. It's great.
Ah, that's a good coat.
Okay. So,
Now we're in the Arctic.
I've got a photo request.
Okay.
They want a photo of a narwhal. It's a really nice
All
photo
right.
of a narwhal. Now, normally I wouldn't show this shit because who fucking cares, right? It's like something I gotta do, but who really... Why do you guys need to see this? You guys don't need to see this. But I want to show this one because, A, apparently they really dig this photo.
Did you join the Future Foundation?
Yes, and B, something goes kind of funky with this photo. And I wanted to share this moment with all y'all folks out there watching fish video on internet.
Okay.
Also, it doesn't make any sense that this Greenland shark's so fast.
Why not?
They're super slow.
They are, in fact, very, very slow.
They are like 1 mile per hour top slow. It's actually a
that's
wonder
slow.
that they're able to capture anything still alive. We're not sure that they actually do. I read an article about that recently. It's like, why, how do they eat? They're blind and they're slow. How are they so prolific? We don't know.
They're doing something
They don't
right.
give a fuck.
Yeah. So with this photo, you got to get it centered and also get an eye shot, and you have like it framed well enough in the photo that like, yeah, that's something we dig. Now that can be tricky with some of these things because this thing is not playing along. Look at it.
No, it's not. Why don't you back away from it?
Because we don't back up. Because the thing is that you track them. You're following them as they do this.
So zoom out.
You have to not just zoom out. You have to disengage and then get back in, and re-engage, and hopefully cap it at the right time.
Yeah, I hear you zooming out now.
Yes.
That seems really touchy.
Yes. In order to get it like properly accepted and like them happy with it, you have to fuck around quite a lot. I do not care for. I mean, in theory, I like the idea of how this works in the game, but the actual execution, it's like, okay, the game has to judge what counts as artistic and good using some sort of unseen, rules for the photography, and that's kind of horseshit.
Basically, it's a grab bag of mechanics, and you just gave up on it.
Yeah, I didn't give up. I chose a different.
No, you gave up, and you went to a different one.
Yeah, because this one's closer to here. Now, here's where things start getting a little funky because the detection mechanics in terms of like whales intercepting with each other and your body, you push against each other and you get pushed away. So
okay.
It's everything starts knocking into everything, and give it a few more seconds, it should result in...
You're spying on these whales.
Lifestyles of the aquatic and weird narwhals, and...
What?
And we just pushed him out of the water. He's gone.
Oh!
I just wanted to share this with y'all because this made me really laugh a lot when it happened. It's like, where is he? I don't know. He's kind of on top of the surface, I guess. Oh, there he is. He kind of clipped back in.
Nature's wonderful.
Yeah. Basically, narwhals are pushing against me, and I'm pushing against this guy, and that's apparently enough to kind of just shove him through the side of this like ice. Or they have the camera like disengaged where he just becomes invisible, like we don't know what to do with this surface. Yeah.
Great.
So apparently, one of these photos is in fact what they would consider an award-worthy photo. It's this one. This is apparently what they consider. Yes, this is a great photo. This is a great photo. Yes. This is perfect.
Massive narwhal.
This would just give me, just like start throwing money at me for that photo. I will demonstrate the response to it later. But first, I want to show off what it's like to see the orca doing tricks.
Okay.
Because the thing is, they have one common sort of like body for like the dolphins in terms of like how they do tricks, in the sense that how much they start, like how high they can go and how far they can jump and whatnot. It's based on like the same sort of model, and they just kind of stick the model on top of it, like the frame. It looks stupid with the orca because the orca is so damn big and it can't jump for shit. I want you to watch
the narwhal for some of them.
How dumb this is. Like that's hardly a jump at all.
Well, let's see you do it.
It's like,
He got his body out of the water.
4 feet.
Because
if this
was like a bottle though, it's just like, yeah, that looks like a thing. It's kind of like I guess.
5 feet.
Don't hate on Temujin.
I'm not hating on him. I'm hating on the game's kind of depiction of it. But
And now it's pitch black.
nighttime.
Good job.
I
Made fun of
trained
the
for
orca.
12 hours straight. We trained that dolphin hard.
Oh boy.
This photo is simply breathtaking. We'd like to use it as the cover. Here's what it looks like.
Your magazine looks shit.
This is what you consider a great photo? It's like I've taken photos you gave me Fs for that I thought looked better than this. It's like, yeah, sure, game. The
Obviously,
Last
what
Paradise,
they want
just full of narwhals.
is they just want a picture that is just nothing but narwhal. Much narwhal as you can get in frame.
I guess because they had I guess it was like the framing and like the eyes in the right place and the piles. I don't know.